Hello my homebrews, my name is Cham, and welcome back to another countdown video. In today's countdown video, as you probably saw in the title of the video, is my top 5 favorite overworld themes in Final Fantasy. And I'm only limiting this to, obviously, the games that have overworld themes, which would be Final Fantasy 1 through 9. And I'm only limiting to the games that I've played of all those, which is basically every single one except 9. So, I mean, 9's I've heard is a good game, but I just haven't gotten to play it yet. So, we're going to be listing my, out of Final Fantasy 1 through 8, my favorite 5 overworld themes. And so, just sit back and relax, and let's hear my top 5 overworld themes in Final Fantasy.
Number 5.
Final Fantasy VII. It's considered one of the best games, if not the best game in all of Final Fantasy. And I had just put this game on this list because if I didn't, someone would probably have to kill me, considering how large the fan base is, and rightly so. It is a very good game, though I believe that 6 is better. But this song is just great, and I mean, it plays all the time. It not only plays on the overworld, but in different areas of the game, but in a different rendition. And it's just really great sounding. I mean, with its like different tones and sound, it makes it at some points seem very victorious and bit deep and low, as you know the impending doom of what Sephiroth is about to commit onto this earth, and how you are the only ones who can stop him. And it's just a masterpiece, one of Final Fantasy's best. It truly deserves to be on their top 5 best overworld themes ever. And so, with that being said, let's move on to song number 4.
Number 4.
Like I said before, Final Fantasy IV is my favorite game of all times, with Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts 2 coming close behind. Now, Final Fantasy IV has one of the best musical scores ever on the Super Nintendo. This song right here being one of the best in the game. I mean, it's just wonderful as you trek through the world, going from town to town, kingdom to kingdom, to try to defeat Golbez and just bring back the light to the crystals, or whatever you do in that game. I don't even remember, it's been a year. But yeah, it's just a really great game, and truly is one of the best songs on the Super Nintendo. And there's really not a whole lot I can say. I mean, it's just a really good song, and that's why it's number 4 on this list. But what can top this song? Let's find out with song number 3.
Number 3.
Though this game is really bad, I mean, this song is pretty good, and most music in this game is pretty good. Now, this game had some downsides to it, but you have to admit, this is one pretty good song, and it's one of my favorite Overworld themes in all of Final Fantasy, putting at number 3, and, I mean, it's pretty good, and, I mean, what else can you say? It's a good song. So, let's move on to song number 2.
Number 2.
Final Fantasy V, one of the lesser known games and lesser played games of the Final Fantasy series. This game was only ever released in Japan and only saw its day in America about 20 years later. And this song is pretty good. Final Fantasy V is one of the most colorful games in the series, and this song really just brings out that part of it too. I mean, the song just seems beautiful and colorful as it plays. I don't know, it just gets stuck in my head every time I play Final Fantasy V, and I just really like hearing the song. It's sad to hear that after a while, this song doesn't play, and you have some other Overworld themes in this game, which personally I believe aren't that great, and this is my favorite of the game. So, what can top this song? Let's see with song number 1.
And finally, number 1.
Like with Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy II is really not that great of a game, but what sets it apart from other games is its great overworld theme. This overworld theme is my favorite basically in all of gaming, and I love how the atmosphere it sets. I mean, this song just sounds sad, and in the game, the game's pretty sad too, as basically everyone you know dies, and as you trek your way around the world trying to find Maria's lost brother Leon, and as you try to fight the evil empire, and there's no real signs of victory in sight, and as cities are being bombed, it's just all gloom and despair, and this song just really sets the mood in the game, and it's great. And sometimes I find myself just standing still in the overworld just listening to the song. It's just amazing and great, and my favorite overworld theme in all of gaming, and there's not much I can really say. So I hope you guys liked my top 5 overworld themes in Final Fantasy, and list in the comments what your 5 favorite were, and I hope to hear them. And so, till next time, goodbye, and have a wonderful, wonderful time as being human beings of this great, great world. Goodbye, and my name is Sam Cham.